Spent $1,000, but didn't want to, but we did. And now we're getting a little bit organized out at the mill. So I'll show you how we're flat stacking our blades before we're taking them to the sharpener, and then I'll take you inside and show you some of the new tools. What the heck? Shit. These blades are big, 260 inches, linear inches. And there's a tooth that'll cut your hands, your face, your pee-pee off real quick. So having them flat stacked like this makes it a lot easier to get a count. Okay. Oh, you fucker. Oh boy. You got nails there in your truck? Yeah. you, the ice cream man? Just trying to stack them in there. Just trying to use that one. Yeah, I'll just put this stack down on that one for you. One more screw over there. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So that's one go do that one?
Yeah. Either way. All right, you good? I'm gonna go start fucking stuff in the shop.
Yeah, you want to get some of that too?
That one what? No, what?
What are you going to do with this one?
I don't know.
Just
Fucking just set it somewhere. I don't care. Wherever. It's probably just garbage, but pull my truck over here. How you guys doing today on this sunny ass Wednesday? We live in Pacific Northwest, and so we'll take the damn sun anytime we can get it. Here's my neighbor. Clean choice. Hey, Lucas! Where's my truck? And then we run solid building, timber framing, and a sawmill. All the good stuff's inside. Just wait. Just wait 1 minute. Look at this sexy truck. Wow! Woo! If somebody cool drives this, look at this cool stuff. Wow! Holy smokes! This is what we're cutting up out at the sawmill. Big old, big cool packages. Package that we're cutting. It's this is going to have manufactured trusses on top, so it'll like be a full cover, and this is just kind of an open pergola. Bought some new tools today. Gangster ass Makita 3 1/4 router, and a big boy 4-inch by 24-inch belt sander. So we don't use belt sanders very often because all of our products are rough sawn. However, when we cut these braces, you can see they've got an arch to them and they're a little rough. We cut them with our portable bandsaw. And so it's not a perfect cut. And so that's what we need the belt sander for, is once we get that rough cut, then we come back with the belt sander and just kind of smooth things out. But anyway, let me move my truck over there, pick up those blades. Nah, I'll pick them up later. Let's get to opening up these tools, baby. Where are you guys? Let's put you, we'll give you your own little stool. So you're comfortable and you're at the same height as my handsome ass face. You don't want to miss that. I'll go get these doors closed. Hold on. Oh, I'm a single lady. Oh, I'm a single lady. Put your hands up. I know. I know. A lot of people like Milwaukee. That's what I got to say about that. Milwaukee's a great brand. Milwaukee and Makita, in my opinion, are the two highest everyday brands. Then when you get into building, higher end building like what we do, there's brands like Mafell, Swiss Pro, freaking Festool, which are even a tier above. And you're talking about paying, this saw cost, I think, $600, something like that. Whereas the Mafell, saw is probably 4,000 or something. Like, it's a substantial, and they're substantially better. Like, they're fantastic tools. But you can't be some broke ass mother and go buy Mafell. So I'm probably good for about one Mafell tool a year, and that's about as much as I can afford. But anyway, more Makita. I started with Makita because of this saw right here. This is one of the best tools ever made, and for the time, it was the best saw in the market, hands down, no question. Standard 7 1/4, warm drive, handle in the back, batteries were in the middle. It was just well balanced. And when I'm framing, when we're framing, a lot of times we're on a roof, and like say we're on a truss, and we got to reach out here 2 or 3 stories up in the air and cut. So balance and orientation of where the handle is really important. Some saws, their handle's like up at the top. So if you're leaning out over a roof and you're trying to cut and the handle's up on top, it makes a big difference. So that's why we started with Makita. And then fortunately, they've continued to make gangster ass products, because once you pick a brand, you pretty much got to stick with it. Mostly because of batteries. You know what I mean? I'm not going to have 200 batteries in 4 different brands. We have 50 or 100 of these batteries, and they're all compatible with our tools. So anyway, let's get to the good stuff. Let's open up some new stuff. I'm not 100% sold on this. I mean, it's a fantastic tool, and I'm sure it will work awesome. We just don't need. This was $350, and I just don't know that it's worth it to us for 350 bucks. So we're gonna play with it. Open it up. See if it makes us smile. See if it makes our peepees move. See if it makes timber framing easier. You know what I'm saying? Watch out. Ooh. There's only a 30-day return policy. So I got to make a quick decision, but come on. Four-inch. Now the 4-inch was only like $40 more than the 3-inch. And we like the 4-inch because our braces, those guys over there that have the curvature cut into them, they're exactly 4 inches wide. So a 4-inch sander makes perfect sense. What I don't like about it is, one, it's freaking huge. It's, you know, even for a buff ass guy like me, it's pretty heavy. It only has one speed. There's no speed variability on it. That I don't like. And when I'm looking down on it, you can kind of see it here. As I'm using the tool and looking down, I can't see my nose hitting my material. I want to see that. So I wish that this, either this nose was cut back a little bit or this stuck out a little bit further so you can get a better visual on that. But other than that, I was told by the mechanic it's a very well-made tool. And let's put it to work. Let's do a little test real quick. Then we'll move on to the router. This is probably my favorite saw. It's a 10-inch Milwaukee 40 volt. Seems big when you first buy it and you first start using it because you're comparing it to a regular 7 1/4. But we have, hello? But we have a monster 16-inch beam saw. Here's my hand. I mean, this thing is massive. So after using that, and we use that almost every day, this 10-inch feels like nothing. Feels like little girl saw, but it's great. It's really versatile for a saw this size. Look how compact it is. You can get it into some tight spots. It's got a nice 3-inch hook on it. Always good. And we've never used it, but it's got a Bluetooth setup. So you could hook it up to this port and hook it up to a shop vac, and somehow they communicate together. And when you turn the saw on, it turns the shop vac on. Bunch of crazy stuff. Hold on, I gotta close the door. All right, let's get you guys a test. You guys have this damn problem? Every time. There it goes. These damn cord reels. I don't know how they work. You're supposed to pull it quick to get to stop or pull it slow to get to stop. I don't know. It doesn't work either way. All right. First pull. Feels like it's got some juice. Feels like you take your face off. Find a piece of wood. Let's find a real rough piece of wood. There we go. So these are the cutoffs from our shaders that you see right here. These are our 23-foot shaders that go on top of our pergola. You guys have already milled them and done all the joinery. Got them notched out. This is the cutoff. So let's give this thing a try. Oh shit. Come on. There we go. Let's do this side. You can see subtle cross cuts from our bandsaw, from our sawmill. And there's a, right where the bandsaw hits this knot, there's a little whoop, kind of bumps up. I believe this is, ooh, feels like about 100 grit. That's 80, I think. This year's 80. I feel about the same. So let's see how long it takes to smooth this thing out, shall we? Put your safety glasses on. Woo! Damn. This thing's, watch the exhaust port. It is pushing out some wood, baby. That's what we like. We like tools that work as hard as we do. Oh, it's already almost smooth. That's it. I did 1, 2, 3 passes. She's smooth as a baby's bottom now. Even took down that little whoop on the knot. That's pretty cool. So like I said, I'm sure it's a very good tool. I just don't know if it's worth $350 to us, but this is certainly worth the money. This is the star of the show. This is the undefeated, pocket pulling, leg spreading Makita 3.25 horsepower variable speed on a fixed plunge base. I don't know what they're called. Yeah, it's dope. What are you guys, what'd you do that for? Were you drunk? Jeez Louise. Hold it together, huh? Dumbass. I don't do lives all that often, probably twice a month. But if you follow Solid Building Corp, you'll get to see my dumbass either doing cool stuff, being halfway funny, or fucking something up. One of those 3 things is going to happen every time you watch. Wonder which one will happen today. Oh. That's the Benford 3000 right there, baby. Now this, I'm 99% sure I will not be returning. So we can get rid of that. I already burned the receipt. We got some warranty stuff. This is the most important damn thing in your shop. Do not lose this. I swear to God, I have, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 different routers and one key, and it only works on one of them. It's so annoying. They should be universal. I mean, maybe a difference between 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch drive. Abagul, sure. That makes sense. But there shouldn't be a difference in brands. You know, some are like 17 millimeter and another one's 16. It's like, gafagul, huh? Get your shit together. Yeah. You're a little tall up there. Let's get you back down here. Okay, so things I haven't even used this router yet, but things I can tell you I love about it. Right off the top, big open space to change the bit. A lot of times, especially trim routers, the space to get the bit undone is smaller than the wrench. You can't even get if you can get the wrench in there, there's no room to turn it. It's stupid. Nice big open space. This is the locker for the plunge. We can definitely go higher than that, right? I'm just adjusting the up. I'm going to see if that goes taller. I think it does. So you have it up, position your router, pull your trigger. You can lock the trigger if you want, plunge down. And then if you want to set there, just a quick bink. Now it's locked. You want to come back up, bink, comes back up. Love that. Speed variability from 1 all the way to 6. That's awesome. You know, you're working with a softer wood or a harder wood, or there's some knots coming up or whatever, you might want to change your speed. Another gangster ass thing is it's got 3 adjustable depths on a preset right here. So this is how deep I can plunge down. But a lot of times, say you'll be routering and one section might be a 1/2 inch deep, and then the next section might be 1 inch deep. So I can set these different guides, set this one at 1/2 inch. I do that, push it down, I do that routering. Then my next one, all I gotta do is twist this, think. Now it's on my next setting, ready to go. And you've got 3 different settings, so I like that quite a bit. Let's see what this thing sounds like. This is the most powerful router I've ever had. Oh. See? I told you I'd fuck something up. Remember when I showed you to lock the trigger? And then you left the trigger locked? And then you plugged it in? So silly. Anyway, let's see what this thing sounds like, huh? What? That's pretty loud, pretty powerful. It's going to take me a minute to throw a bit in here, so I probably won't have you watch that. That would be boring. Maybe we're going to wrap this up. I've got boring stuff to do. Anytime I buy new tools, we typically have at least 2 of everything. More than likely, we have 3 of everything. Reason is, I like to have my own shit in my truck in case timber framing breaks out on the weekend. I got to have some tools. And then we need a set for the shop. And then we need a set for the van. And our shop set of everything is typically the nicest. You know, we're in this controlled environment. We're doing very high-end, highly calculated joinery. And we need our best tools right here, and they get taken care of. Out in the field, half the time it's raining, snowing, you know, whatever, and tools get beat up. So that's why I try to have at least 2 of each. 2 of each. How much was that belt sander? Hello, Bo Sobe. What's up, dog? Belt sander, this one was $345 over at Charles H. Day. Northwest Tools, Northwest Industrial Tools in Vancouver has it for like $320 or something like that, but then you got to pay sales tax. So same. What else we got? Bud Bites Lip when he wipes. Oh, Tony. Tony spelled an EY. You mean like this, Tone? You mean like that, Tony? You're damn right I do. Except I eat a lot of protein, so I normally ghost shit. My shit's afraid of me. You understand, Tony? I shit and it doesn't even leave marks on my ass. Okay? Ghost shit, boy. Yeah. I don't even use toilet paper. That's how cool I am. Just kidding. You know, I think that's it. Like I was saying, when I buy new tools, I mark them up. You know, I'll write shop or van or Cody. I'll write things like on this. I'll put whatever socket size is. I'll put like 17 mm, so we know we don't have to go grab the whole socket set. Oh, which fucking one is it? You just know it's a 17 mm. Belt sander, I'll probably write the size on it so you know what size of belt sander, what kind of belt when the belt breaks, what size to go grab. That kind of stuff. So I guess that's it. I ain't got nothing else to say to you. We got this whole timber frame package in here. The guys have it mostly fabricated. And we have 2 timbers that are not up to our standard. If you guys don't know a lot about wood, I know you don't, Tony. You don't know nothing about wood, dude. I know about big wood, okay? This is called a pitch vane. This is a beautiful piece of wood. It's got beautiful little character knots in it. But because of this pitch vane right here, it's really unstable, and it's hard for us to know what it's going to look like when some heat hits it, like that first summer sun. Is that pitch pocket going to open up, crack the timber, and puke out a bunch of sap? Or will it be fine? It's hard to tell. More than likely, it's going to puke out a bunch of sap. So we really try not to have any, but it's a gamble. You know, we cut logs on the mill, and you know, a lot of times it's that last cut that's close to the core of the tree that exposes these pitch pockets. And it's a pain in the ass. I mean, this is $10,000 worth of timber sitting here. Each one of these beams is $600 to $1,000. This is probably about a $600 beam. And so it gets costly, you know. The only solution that we have is we can cut this 8x12 down to, say, a 6x12, and hopefully it gets rid of that sap pocket. But it's hard to tell. So we're going to let it dry, let it warm up in here, and see how that pitch vane reacts. And hopefully it's still usable. I think that's it, boys. Maybe I'll pop on tomorrow. Oh, let me give you this recommendation. We went and harvested our own logs the other day, and we have a still 271, I think it is. It's a great little farm boss, everyday user. It's great. But when you're cutting a 40-inch wide log, it doesn't really cut it. So I called my buddy Marshall, who runs the sawmill at Hamilton Lee, and he let me borrow this 044 still with some skip. I forget what it's called, skip chain or skip tooth or something like that. So most chains are every other. It's normally tooth, drive link, tooth. However, on this saw, it's tooth, link, tooth. That extra space in between, it seems counterintuitive, right? You'd think more teeth, the better it would cut. But it has to do with friction, momentum, yada, yada. The rule of thumb, I believe, is 3 or 4 teeth in the wood at one time. So like on something this small, you could be using a saw blade or a chainsaw blade that has teeth that are closer together. TPI is what it's called, tooth per inch. And it would cut just fine. But when you're cutting something massive, you actually want less teeth. This thing is the most powerful, craziest saw I've ever used, dude. She likes to eat. I mean, it just rips probably under a minute on cutting a 36-inch, maybe even a 42-inch log. I mean, this thing just eats wood. It's probably a 40-inch bar. No, not that big. 36-inch bar. Let me see. $32. So I'm really glad he let me borrow that because chainsaws are expensive. I know we need another one, but I didn't know what I wanted to buy. And now after using his, hands down, this is what I'm buying. It doesn't have to be an 044, but a 400 series. This blade, this bar length, this thing was incredible. Like I was saying, this is our other bandsaw. This is another product that this is made by Oliver. I think it's called OG or something like that. OM. Oliver Miller Products or something like that. Now this thing was about I can't remember, $1,800, something like that. And it's a pretty damn good tool. It does almost everything we need it to do. The throat, the width right here is a little bit small. I think it's 9 inches. But a lot of our braces are 10 inches. So we end up having to cut halfway through, stop, and then come from the other side. So that part's a pain. Mafell, again, gangster ass timber company, makes one, but they're like $4,000. Like, so it's hard to pay double. Anyway, I think that's it. Maybe I'll show up you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna go grab a beer. Have a great night, beautiful people. Bye.